Ooh, I like that. Welcome to Chatted Up Sports, ladies and gentlemen. We're hitting the graveyard shift, boys.
Oh, we're going. We're live.
Oh, we're live.
Like
Let's go.
1995.
We are live. It is 11:26 p.m. on Thursday night, almost Friday. It is almost Feel Good Friday. When you're listening to this, be Feel Good Friday, my wonderful friends. To my right, he's back again. Greg Larnerd. We're going to make these quick. To my immediate left,
So
Malcolm Harris,
Yes, sir.
the only one that did not participate in the caffeine. Are you feeling okay?
And the
Malcolm
Tennessee Orange.
and no caffeine, no Tennessee Orange. I'm stepping away from my microphone to ensure audio quality.
All right, bolder move in your opinion.
Yeah.
Having coffee at 10 p.m. or having an energy drink at 10
Energy
p.m.?
drink for sure.
What if I didn't finish the entire thing?
It's still gonna keep you kind of wired. Whereas a coffee's a relaxer. You know what I'm saying?
What's the volume intake that you put down?
I think I got about 2/3 of the way.
Okay.
I think we went 2/3 of the way. I'll save the rest for tomorrow to get hyped for my bus trip. UConn playing on Friday.
2/3 is a lot at 10 p.m.
I know.
2/3 is a lot.
That's quite the chunk.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop. I just needed to hydrate.
What energy drink was it?
Fit Aid, Energy Plus.
That's a good set of energy too. It's a longer lasting one. I feel like I crash on a Monster, but the Fit Aid.
Yeah.
Fit Aids roll on pretty good.
Sustainable green tea energy.
I'm a Red Bull guy.
No sugar or full sugar?
Full. I want it all.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you do.
Were you an RBV guy back in the day?
RB.
Red Bull
Resting
vodka.
bitch.
Red Bull vodka. Yeah.
What did you think it was? What did you think that stood for?
I was gonna say like resting bitch.
Resting bitch voice.
That could be a thing. We have the face, but I feel like guys and girls probably more so.
Yeah.
They can have that resting bitch voice where they're just kind of like, I don't really give a shit what you have to say, and they say it on their face, but their voice will definitely portray it as well.
So there's RBF, and now we just invented RBV.
Got it.
Oh,
all right, so one of us should just do an RBV for the entire podcast one of these days.
Okay,
that's your punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but maybe the person who comes in last on the bracket has to do that for the entire show.
Oh, that's
that's a nice little.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm with it.
All right, GT has no say.
No say.
And Joseph's not in it because he doesn't talk enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Although that man knows ball.
We hold out for him for college football season. He has to do it for a whole.
Okay, if he loses.
Yeah, if he loses.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
got it.
Our boy did do a good job picking up Oakland today.
He did. He nailed the Oakland pick.
Before we get to college basketball.
Oh, we're not even on college basketball yet.
No. We got a big announcement, guys.
We sure do.
We sure do, boys. It'll be in NoogaToday by the time you're listening to this. But the Chatted Up crew is now sponsored by, I guess we're partnered with. Right?
Yeah.
We're partners with.
I wholeheartedly didn't know where you were going with this. I thought you were going to say our NoogaToday thing. And now I know where you're going now, but I was like, wait, is there a sponsorship? I don't know.
No, we are partnered with the Corporate Challenge of Chattanooga, sponsored by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. Boys, we get to MC an adult field day.
That is outstanding. 3 claps one time. Yes.
Boom, baby.
That's going to be outstanding. I don't know about y'all, but I loved field day back in the day.
Yeah. What was your go-to game?
Oh, boy, that's a good question. I feel like I don't remember all the games. The only one that stands out to me is like tug of war.
The way Miss Summer talked about it, that's by far the most intense. That and dodgeball.
Yeah.
Oh, dodgeball. If we had dodgeball at field day, that would have by far been my favorite. But we didn't have that. That was just like a normal gym class. Nowadays, you have dodgeball in gym, and it's like Sally gets hit somewhere sort of above or below the waist, and it's like, now we got a lawsuit on our hands, and we can't play dodgeball anymore.
Facts.
Yeah. Miggie?
Today's society is soft.
The scooter.
That's Charmin.
The scooter. Did you guys do the scooters where you had to like do the relay, like pedal on the, you know what I'm talking about, right?
That's some new
Y'all
age.
didn't do the scooter.
You're
at
young.
all. Like
You're
the little scooter where you had this side, this
Is
side.
that an Atlanta thing?
Pedal.
No, we didn't have that.
Is that an Atlanta
Y'all are
thing?
tripping.
Brother, Ray County couldn't afford that, man. We had sack races.
Oh, yeah, the sack
race was my thing. It was my thing.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's kind of, I was like, I can see you as like a weird like secret awesome sack race.
I was really kind of cold with the sack race.
Yeah, Miggie loves to be in the sack.
And of course,
Yeah.
hey.
Who doesn't though? And anybody would be lucky to be in the sack. Would think.
I'm turning red and I'm black.
Is that even possible? Is that work?
It sure looks like it.
I like being the anchor in tug of war. So I used to like step in the back of the loop.
Yeah.
And back in 5th grade, I was about 205.
Buddy, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's real.
In 5th grade?
Yeah, man.
Gotta be do something.
Come on, dog.
Dude, I said that to one of my softball girls, and they're like, "That's a joke." I was like, "You don't even know."
You don't even know.
Listen, you got to be 2 something in this household to do something over here in the Harris household.
That's true.
It did make you feel strong. Like you felt like the strong guy. Like that was your one time of the year.
They're like, Malcolm, oh my gosh. And I'm like, yeah, go get me some cheese fries, Mom.
Yeah.
Feed the champ, baby.
The anchors where the Husky boys belonged, right, Malcolm?
Oh,
Heck
yeah, come
man. That's
on,
what I'm
baby.
talking
Right.
about. That's what I'm talking about.
Come on.
We belong there, Malcolm. You know who belongs here?
Where?
Jack Gohlke.
Mm.
Coldest man in college basketball right now. Have your moment. 10 for 20 from 3, right? Greg?
10 for 20 from 3. The man did not even 3, but from the field. Man did not shoot a 2-point field goal in that game against Kentucky. And you want to talk about 10 for 20? You're thinking, probably a lot of wide open jumpers, a lot of easy buckets, catch and shoots, running off a screen. Oh no. If you watch the highlights of that man, he was nailing threes with hands in his face, fading away, coming off screens, highly contested. It was damn impressive to watch Jack Gohlke go off.
What do you do? Like, if you're now Kentucky, because this has now become an identity of your program. 3 of the last 4 years, they were really saying, Kentucky didn't even make the tournament in 2021.
They're 1-4, I believe it was, in their last 5 appearances.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the record will be 2-7?
Oh,
Like,
that's ugly.
Dynasties are meant to end. And I'm here to tell y'all boys, like the Kentucky dynasty, as we know and love, like they're not a winning championship program. They are an NBA factory. You want to go to the NBA, go to Kentucky.
Yeah.
If you want to win championships, don't go to Kentucky.
Yeah. Did y'all look at I'm sure, there's multiple lists that come out. These are your best prospects in the NCAA tournament. Kentucky has 2 of the 5 best in every one of your specific categories. And so the fact that you also had Reed Shepherd, legit the most face guard possible against Gohlke, and still couldn't stop him because the guy just found little ways off, whether it be offensive rebounds, just missed shots that kind of just lucked your way. Like you need those to beat these big teams.
Yeah.
And that was a very cold ending by even the rest of his team. Like those guys played really, really well.
Can we talk about how he came off the bench? He didn't even start the game.
He was conference 6th man of the year, my friend.
As he should be.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me now knowing that.
Yeah. The guy really came out and shot the lights out. And yes, is it because he's white, kind of boxy, and shoots a bunch of fadeaway threes? He looked exactly like Jimmer Fredette.
That's what he said to me when I walked in the house.
Exactly like Jimmer Fredette, shooting the basketball. Great elevation off the jump shot. All the stuff you need to do is, as Mark Titus likes to say, it's the year of the cold white boy.
So what happens now? Like if you are the Kentucky, brass, like what are you doing? Because this can't continue.
I don't think he'll be fired this year in terms of Cal. But if you're the Kentucky brass, you need to pull him into the office and say, Coach Cal, you need to figure it out quick, fast, and in a hurry. If you do not, you will not have a job here at Kentucky. Plain and simple.
Yeah. $33 million buyout, my friends.
That's tough.
They just gave him the lifetime contract. He's making $9 million a year. And he's produced you who knows how many donor dollars just from his NBA prospects alone. So financially, it makes all the sense for them to keep him. Even if you're not winning, you earned a 3 seed, all that good stuff. But This is bad now. Because, Not only did you lose in the first round of the NCAA tournament, you lost in your first round in the SEC tournament as well. I know they've made a couple runs. They've gotten there. They beat Tennessee in one of those bad boys in that championship. But this doesn't look great. They're not going to fire him. But dang, I would love to be listening to Kentucky Sports Radio tomorrow, letting that house burn down.
Yeah. I mean, 14 beating a 3 seed. We need that on Saturday when the Chattanooga Mocs take on NC State, baby. Let's go. Three claps, Shaw Bobby.
That's bad correlation, but it's all right. We made it. I will say that there wasn't like a ton of madness, because if you look at it from the folks down at Vegas, these weren't huge upsets today. Yeah, you're going to look at the seeding. It's going to have a little effect to you. But these 11s were either favorites or even picks. So this one was the big one, it felt like. And it was kind of nice to watch that, especially being Kentucky Wildcats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice when the rivals get upset in the tournament.
Yeah. Did you guys ever have the feeling where you're like, oh, this happened? But with Tennessee being the late game, I was like, please don't let St. Peter's catch that.
Miggie had that.
Bruh.
Miggie had that feeling.
What do you think I'm not wearing orange for? I was prepared for a letdown. Like Dalton Connect going 2 for 86. You know,
2 for 86.
Yeah, bro. I was prepared for whatever.
We are almost at a final.
Mr. Dramatic.
No, bro, it's Rick Barnes in postseason.
I saw, what was his name? Olivier Commois have a fantastic game. What was that game against Duke last year, right?
Yeah.
In the round of 32? Huh?
He absolutely ate against Duke last
He did.
year.
That, like one of like 2 times he showed up at during the season last year. It was what was his name? Plotzvich, just bodying freshman Filipowski, and that set the tone for the rest of the game. Once that happened last year, I was thinking to myself, man, this team can go to the Elite Eight at least.
Yeah.
At least the Elite Eight.
I can't believe they allowed that game to be called like that. And speaking of, Tennessee just finished out. Game over, 83-49.
Do the math.
3 claps at one time for the over. All right. So, yeah, Commois coming down to the end of the season against Duke as a band that hates Duke with a fiery passion. It was nice to watch that, even though Commois, shout out going to Michigan.
What a terrible year.
What a terrible pick for that guy. Adu, our boy JJ Hill, made a great call today. He was like, listen, look at the St. Peter's roster. None of us were watching St. Pete throughout the year, are we?
No, sure.
Let's be honest here, boys.
No.
So you look at some rosters, you're like, they don't have a ton of size. This should be an Adu game. Boy starts out 4 for 4. I think there was a little, he had the hip thing right when we were in the kitchen. He had a little hip bump.
Did he?
Yeah. So I think he was a little hobbled towards the end. So he slowed down. 15 and 6, 3 blocks. Connect had a great game. Z did his thing. 10 assists, double-double, 11 points. We need that, boys. Will you
know what we also need?
Will you explain to me, Malcolm Harris, why Josiah Jordan James is not only just taking 2 shots, but 0 for 2, 2 fouls, 2 turnovers?
How many points?
Did have 4 steals.
Boy
was playing defense.
He always does play defense.
Yeah, he does.
How many points Tennessee scored tonight?
83.
And Josiah Jordan James didn't get one of those 83 points.
Goose egg.
Y'all, we can't keep excusing this behavior.
JP Estrella had 6.
Like, come on, bro. Like, be real.
DeLeon had 2. Carr had 2.
Like, you didn't get a bucket. This just can't happen. From a starter that is a 5th-year senior. It's inexcusable. It just is. You know, I appreciate the hustle plays. I do. I love defense more than anybody when it comes to giving effort on that side of the floor. But we cannot excuse the fact that he has been abysmal offensively all year. All year.
Yeah, him and Vescovy. We talked about it last time.
Yeah.
These guys both, they combined for 6 points in this game. Vescovy, at least he had a couple of 3s. Yeah. I don't need Vescovy. Oh, shoot. I don't need Vescovy. I got a little excited. I don't need Vescovy to score 25 points. That's what we got Dalton Connect for now.
Right.
What Vescovy's role has changed on this team. You mentioned it last podcast, Chase, of, hey, this was the guy second team all conference last year
Mm-hmm.
because we needed him to be that guy last year.
Yeah.
You were without Ziegler. He needed to facilitate. He needed to handle the ball. He needed to score. Now he doesn't need to do any of those things. He can just sort of be that run around, hit a couple of threes, make some smart plays every once in a while. That's all you're looking for out of Santiago Vescovi. But with Josiah Jordan-James, he simply has to be better if this team wants to make a run to their first ever Final Four. He has to. You could get away with it against St. Peter's, but there's going to be come a time. This team's playing Texas next.
Yeah.
It's a big Rick Barnes game. There's going to become a time, whether it's Texas, whether it's hopefully after that in the Sweet 16, that they are going to need Josiah Jordan-James to step up, get at least 15 points in a game.
Yep.
And he's wholeheartedly capable of doing it. We've seen him do it many a times. That man can get hot.
He can. He absolutely, and I think that's the most frustrating part about all this.
Maybe hopefully he's just saving a little something for somebody better.
He better, man. Because it's not that hard for Josiah. Because when you watch it, whenever he does get it rolling, it's a lot of mid-range jumpers.
Yep.
It's a lot of slide dribble layups. These aren't tough buckets. Like, he doesn't have to go in and he doesn't have to be our boy Jack tonight, you know?
No.
He doesn't have to do that. A lot of his buckets they're usually contested. He is not the most agile, fleet of foot fella unlike me, out in the Ackley versus Staff basketball game. Oh, boys. Knees are still feeling it, and Daddy's got to lose some weight. So, back to Josiah, though. But he can get it rolling on a relatively easy path. So it's just a confidence. It has to be a confidence thing, right? It has to just be like, I'm just totally terrified. Thank you.
Yo, that is really some brotherhood stuff right there. I don't know if y'all saw
that's literally
you can't miss that.
roommate brother stuff right there.
That's right, baby.
I got him.
We look like a bunch of traffic cones on this camera right now.
I bet.
Looks nice.
I wish we had our third traffic cone.
Yeah. Wasn't gonna do it, fellas.
We just have our
You got the grout fit.
Our homeless fin. Our homeless friend
Homeless
over here.
fit.
Homeless fit.
Homeless chic.
This is a real cozy,
You do look cozy as
like,
all
hey,
get out.
I'm a rapper, but I'm also a homeless person. But I'm also
Gonna steal your bitch
at any point. At any point. Hide her.
And you're definitely going to help an old lady cross the street.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
for sure. Absolutely.
Malcolm Harris loves the community.
Can I ask you a question, though?
I'll answer.
I have a question as well.
Okay, I'll answer too.
When did Carhartt become so mainstream?
I don't know. I saw A$AP Rocky wear something one time, and I was like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And eventually, I just adopted it.
I don't hate it. I mean, Carhartt. Prices have gone up, so it's a little different. But back in the day, that was the rugged stuff. I had a Carhartt jacket, and I was like, I can't believe how warm this thing is in the coldest of weather.
Yeah.
So that's all I needed to know.
I like them because they're big. I have a really big head.
You do got a good size noggin.
Yeah, and then like you can tuck dreads up under here.
Mm-hmm.
And it just feels good. And I don't have to do my hair for the pod. Y'all don't notice. I try to like not have to do it, so I could just tuck them in and just do my thing.
Podcast attire.
Yeah. You said you had a question for me as well, sir.
And it also had to do with your Carhartt.
Talk to me.
Oh, great minds.
Yeah, great minds. We're on it tonight.
Yes.
How do you wear that thing inside?
I love it.
I don't know if it's just me, but like sometimes even when I wear a hat too much, I start getting a headache. And if I wear one of those things and it's not freezing outside, my head I will get a headache.
No, I just it feels very secure. Like
look, I love beanies. I wish I could wear them more often.
Yeah.
But with the hair and with my head getting too hot, it doesn't work. I was like, we had a softball game on Wednesday against Jacksonville State. Shout out to the Lady Mocs, 18-8, as we go into conference play this weekend.
Number one spot
in the SoCon. Let's go.
Let's go.
And I had my hat kind of tilted up where my forehead was showing. And one of the girls turned to me. She goes, Coach G, is your forehead itching? I was wearing the hat weird. I was like, no, it's just, I got a headache. It's just feels a little snug on my head. And I don't know. I don't know. It always is like that for me. I don't know why.
Nah, I mean, I wrap my
I'm very
hair.
envious of you.
I wrap my hair before bed. So you got to put on the silk and stuff. You got to put
that's nice.
Yeah.
I need a silk pillowcase and silk sheets.
Fellas, I'm putting y'all on the game. In the black community, you have to take care of your hair. or else it just goes everywhere.
You guys have done a lot for us.
You know, I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
You know, we have
We
meetings
appreciate
every
Yeah.
Friday. I'm kidding. Please don't get us canceled, Malcolm.
We're just thinking one another.
Yeah.
If that gets us canceled, we deserve it. Appreciation posts.
But yeah,
Always and forever.
we were talking about how we're traffic cones and how Kentucky needs to make some adjustments and how Tennessee,
No, they don't. Keep losing.
Josiah has to come correct for Texas. Texas is going to play with everything they got. Y'all know that, right?
They're
But
very
they're not that
athletic.
very good.
They're not very good, but they're very athletic. And that's
So is Tennessee, though. They can beat. They're going to beat this team. They're going to beat Texas. It's going to be the nice Rick Barnes revenge game. The guy's going to be excited, hyped up to play. Rick won't. He'll downplay it. He's obviously not going to make a big deal about it, right?
yeah.
I think the players are going to show up.
They're going to
because
show up for him. They got his
know.
back. Like, as much as we like to dog Rick Barnes and his lack of success in the NCAA tournament, I feel like the players love him. Like, genuinely love him like a grandfather.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely do. And I'm with you. I think we're going to need somebody to help out. Texas is going to be, they're very long. They're very athletic. They're going to do a lot of hedging out on Dalton Connect. Like, they're going to make it tough on him in a lot of ways. And this is not going to be Ziegler's game. I hate to say that, man, but you're going amongst some very athletic trees. They're going to make it tough on him. I think Tennessee's a lot better, but this is a game where Vescovy is going to be open. This is a game where Josiah is going to be open. We just need a couple buckets, fellas. We need you to knock down some open shots. And that's what we saw from Vescovy tonight from the two he had. Like, that three was much needed. Like, we need those shots just to get this guy at least a little bit rolling. Because, I mean, he's not even like helping distribute. I mean, he plays pretty solid defense, but we need a lot of help. And once you get down either Oregon or Creighton, did you guys watch any of the Oregon game today?
I didn't get a chance to. We were at softball and I had baseball lessons all night on Thursday.
Boys, they've got a couple tough fellas.
Oregon?
Yeah. They're going to have.
Well, it better be Creighton because I got Creighton going in the finals. So.
I hope so too. That's who I want. But we're going to see a battle of trees between Kalkbrenner and Dante in that matchup. So either way, we're going to have a monster 7-footer that can put up a 30-piece on us. So get ready, Adu. So we're going to need these guys. And we're going to need James because how many times, if we play Zach Edey, Waka, Adu, both fouled out. Who came in and had to guard?
Josiah Jordan.
Exactly, boys. We're going to need that fella to play real hard because Adu and them are going to have a time no matter who it is. So we have got to have him step up.
Let's focus on Texas first.
Let's
not get too ahead of us.
I think we're going to beat Texas.
I do as well. Texas has the two big men that start are 6'8" and 6'9".
Yeah.
Oh, Adu is 6'11". You put Tobey out there, you could match up that size pretty well. Now, it depends on how Rick Barnes wants to play this game. Does he want to go speed and athleticism? You mentioned the athleticism that Texas has.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we need to match that and or surpass it. Because if you have that out there with Josiah Jordan James and Dalton Connect, both 6'6", I highly doubt that either one of those two big men are going to be able to stay with Dalton Connect for the entirety of the game.
No, but they do a good job like hedging out, forcing you to take that 2 or 3 extra dribbles out. It's going to be tough on him. I mean, everybody's going to try. Poor St. Pete. You talk about looking out of your element, right? Talk about looking out of your element. But Texas is going to cause some trouble. I was actually surprised they did what they did to Colorado State, holding them to 3 points in the last 15 minutes of the first half. Colorado State was up 8-4 with 15 minutes to go, and they lost the half 24-11.
Tough.
Y'all know how insane that is. This is what March is.
It's so weird.
It's madness.
It's all matchups, It's little things. You need to, and for somebody like Oakland, you just got to get hot too. Like, I mean, it's either you're a better matchup or you just had the hot hand tonight.
I did want to mention this as well before I forget. Caden Shedrick on Texas. He is a 6'11" senior that comes off the bench.
Yeah.
He only played about 15 minutes against Colorado State. So they do have a little bit of size there as well. So they can match up a little bit of size. Doesn't seem like they're of the same caliber in terms of skill set.
Adu's the best big man on the floor. No doubt about it.
He will be.
Yeah.
That's another spot where you got to take advantage.
I hope so, because today was a really nice game for Adu, and it was a nice game to be like, hey, buddy, let's get you back in rhythm. Same with Gohlke. Like, we saw they really did a good job. Like, the high pick and roll, let those boys dive. They're good on the run. They're both athletic. Get them just moving towards the basket, throw it to them. Don't give them too many dribbles, and let's see what happens. And I think you're going to be able to beat Texas that way. They're going to try to gamble. That's their style. They're super athletic. There's a reason they're a 7 seed and being as athletic as they are. They have some talent. They have one of the best scorers in the country, but they do need a lot of help when it comes to people making mistakes. Tennessee can do that sometimes.
They sure can.
Tennessee can do that sometimes.
They had 15 turnovers tonight against St. Peter's.
Yeah. So
St. Peter's only had 6 turnovers. The defense wasn't defensing tonight.
No.
And he still won by over, 30 points?
Yeah. Yep, 83-49. Final. Tennessee defeats St. Peter's Peacocks. And we're moving on to the round of 32.
And we're
exciting. Big Rick Barnes revenge game coming up.
That'll be a nice way to get to the Sweet 16. That'll be a nice way.
Yes, it will be. It will be.
To move on, you guys surprised by anybody that from today? Anybody
Other than Oakland?
Other than Oakland, obviously.
Yeah. Michigan State. Coach Izzo.
About to get rolled on. Anyways, go ahead.
I just can't believe Mississippi State went out like that. I bought the hype.
I did as well.
I saw Mississippi State absolutely just go to work in the SEC tournament. I thought they were going to play with house money, and they just didn't. They came out so flat.
Yeah.
So flat. So yeah, that was my big shocker of the day.
I'm surprised you didn't go McNeese getting blown out by Gonzaga.
You know,
because you were on to the Will Wade.
Oh my
Hype
God.
train.
I was feeling Will Wade, but I actually had a buddy.
Pause.
He texted me and was just like,
That man's got some big hips.
These lines drastically moved in the last 30 minutes. The public was all over McNeese.
All over him, brother.
And we got as a unit. So tomorrow, I think that very game, and we'll talk about, there's going to be one that the public is all over. And I will not be got tomorrow.
Yeah. It's funny, too. You start, when you get closer to game time, you're like, well, Mark Few hasn't lost a first-round game since 2008 versus Davidson, Steph Curry. And then he's made so many Sweet 16s. I know they actually get a lot of shit for not making it and not winning in March, but it's like, you know how many Sweet 16s that guy has? You know how many Elite 8s he has? Like, the guy can really play. He's lost to the national champion a couple times, I think.
Yeah.
Last year was Connecticut, and now he's just going to keep rolling. And so that was the thing with McNeese, was the Will Wade story is good. You got Shahad Wells, the transfer from TCU, former stud. You're like, dude, they've got the formula. And then you look down their list of who the heck they've played, and their best win was game 1 against TCU or VCU. Sorry, VCU. And then, as G and I talked about, you go down their list, and one of their wins was against Bible Studies College.
What was the other one? The other one was funnier.
Oh, that's good. We're going to get to their next game, which was Mississippi University for women. That's real, folks. That's real.
It's a real school. And it was a men's team they played, not a women's team.
Yes, exactly. They do have a men's team. They've had men's sports, I think, since 86. So, weird thing. So, you get to kind of pitch that in recruiting. And they also, I think they said they call themselves UW to make it sound cool.
UW.
So, shout out UW.
You win.
And their second best win was the 8-24 Michigan Wolverines that fired their coach or Olivier. Anyways, so
poor Olivier, he left us.
Yeah, it was a snarky comment. To be honest with you. So yeah, McNeese, the trap was there. I was gonna fall for it, and then just listening to other people talk crap about them all week, I was like, oh, it makes sense. Don't do it, because the public was so hard on them.
I mean, I fell in love with the record. I saw 30-3.
I know.
And I was like, oh wow, Vegas, y'all ain't getting me.
underseeded.
Yeah, you guys made a mistake.
Sure didn't.
Brother, they did not make
Committee
a mistake.
did not make a mistake.
They knew exactly what they were talking about.
How good is Vegas right now?
Oh, they're locked in.
Like, it blows my mind too, because even like last year and stuff, looking around and listening to all these pods talk about, there's just 1,000 books out there that are doing stuff, and so that's all you're hearing if you listen to like the national pods. But like how they understand now that the 11 seed Oregon is the favorite. Like, they're so good at this stuff, and you're like, wow. So if this 11 seed's better, why are we not doing the reseed? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just matchups. And so it's just cool to like watch teams like Oregon keep kind of running around, and they're figuring it out. So it's cool to watch how the public will just find that one team and they're like, this is not Gonzaga's year. But you mentioned it, G. They're kind of on a run down the stretch.
Yeah, they have 14-2 in their last 16 games. I think it's now 15-2 in their last 17. So they're moving right now. They got the younger brother of Andrew Nemhard, who is balling. They've got some good pieces there still. I know we hadn't really heard a whole lot about the Zags, but as Chase just sort of laid out, Mark Few is him.
Yeah.
I don't care he hasn't won a national championship. I hope he does, but he has had some incredible players come through. Gonzaga of all places. Like, you think about Gonzaga, you think about some of these schools and just sort of the obscure places that they're at, and the fact that these schools can get those type of players to come to their program.
Yeah.
Like Gonzaga's one. I'm always astounded that UConn can recruit as well as they do, because Storrs, Connecticut, let me tell you folks, is nothing special. I've been to 2 basketball camps up there, 2 Jim Calhoun camp champions for our age group, by the way.
3 claps one time.
By the way, shout out. Could not finish one of them because I had to go do a baseball tournament back home, but we won twice. There's nothing special about Storrs, Connecticut. I've never been to Gonzaga, but I don't know if there's a ton out. What are they in Washington?
Spokane. It's pretty nice out there. I'm not gonna lie to you, big dog.
Okay, well,
yeah,
it's kind of out in the middle. It's sort of out nowhere. Like, it's not like mainstream. It's not a big cities, and I'm sure some kids like that and whatnot. But it's always amazing to me that these colleges can get recruits. Like, I'm sure it's easy to get people to go to Florida or Miami, or South Carolina, like
Tennessee.
Clemson. Well, Knoxville's not.
It's a city.
It's a city, but we've all been there. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's not Miami.
Yeah, it's definitely not Miami.
Florida.
Yeah,
Campuses
matter.
It ain't even Austin, Texas.
Well, I'll be honest, Florida sucks.
Gainesville,
you guys.
No, but objectively, like, Gainesville.
But isn't there like beaches there and stuff?
No, there's Applebee's there, bro.
Yeah, there's a blue and orange McDonald's. You're not that close to the beach. You're Central Florida.
Yeah,
damn.
It's like,
that's tough.
It's like a ripoff.
North
It's like,
Central, to be honest,
you were in Dalton, but there's like a palm tree in Dalton,
and it's
they got many palm trees there.
It's a lot of like the mossy trees too. It's not that pretty.
Okay.
That was what I was like. Oh, I'll go down to Florida.
I got you. At least the weather's nice.
It's actually horrid.
It's so humid down there.
Like, it's just humid.
That's fine. I've been to Louisiana. I lived in Louisiana for 3.5 years. Talk about humidity. I get it.
Yeah.
But as a member of the Fat Boy Coalition, the FBC, you have to have the dry rag.
You sweat like a damn pig, by the way.
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, you're wearing freaking a beanie and a hoodie at the same time with a grout fit, and I'm sitting here in shorts and in a polo shirt, and I'm warm.
Not a drop of sweat on me.
I don't get it.
I just cool, calm, and collected, brother, like Kirk Cousins in the pocket.
Well, we sweat it all out during the summertime, so we have nothing
like this
left.
man in front of me.
We have nothing left come wintertime.
Yeah.
That's the main thing, bro. We're warming the rest of the world up.
Bad.
I know you're battling. You did take a sec?
Yeah.
Take a sec. Get him on out of here.
So we're gonna go, here, here, and here.
Here and here.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
Who's
your upset tomorrow?
My upset tomorrow, I mean, easily Clemson's going down tomorrow.
That's not an upset.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Once again,
everybody's on New Mexico.
Once again, they are a favorite.
Bro, New Mexico was hooping the last week and a half.
You know about their lineage, right?
No. Tell us.
You ready?
Yeah.
You know who's on this team?
Who?
Jabal Mashburn's son.
Yeah, we talked about this last week.
Yeah, Eddie House's son.
Yeah.
Coached by Rick Pitino's son.
Oh, so they got some legacy in that locker room.
Yeah.
See, everybody's on New Mexico, and I took Clemson. I was like, I got to be different. I got to find a way to stand
If you
out.
hit that, you're going to be
That's what I'm saying.
Sailing, brother.
Sitting pretty.
I will be toast. Not going to lie to you guys. I think I have New Mexico in my Elite Eight. Big fan. Lobos can freaking play, guys.
And I love our brother GT. I do.
Oh, no.
Did you take Colgate?
I took Colgate in the bracket.
Wow. The toothpaste college.
Dog, Baylor,
it.
I've just seen, and they just
Minty fresh.
don't close out games well.
Can't play defense.
And in March, that is a recipe for disaster. So I see Baylor potentially. And then also, I know 215s don't happen often. Y'all believe in Marquette?
Yeah.
Y'all sit here and believe. Do they their player of the year candidate?
Gohlke.
Is he back?
Yeah, he comes back this week.
I recant all my statements.
All right.
I recant all my
They
statements.
talk about another year, the cold white boy.
Yeah.
I recant all my statements. I have nothing else to say.
Okay. You sure? You don't want to hold on to that Shaka love?
Nah, I mean I'm looking right now. I'm trying to think who else can.
All right.
You know.
You want somebody for tomorrow? I took Grand Canyon over St. Mary's.
That's the one that I think you're gonna like on that. But I also believe in the Gales because
I do too. I don't think they're a good team for sure. I mean, they did beat Gonzaga in the final.
they've always got that Aussie guy that we're all gonna fall in love with. Probably handsome, real strong. They're only gonna score like 55 points and beat them like 55-35. Or they could get upset finally.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be the most fun of games, folks. We'll say that with St. Mary's. But they can really play. They're super efficient. They love to swing the ball, boys.
They sure do.
Yeah.
I love that. I also took another 12 over 5 tomorrow. I took UAB over San Diego State.
I thought you were going a different way.
Biggest public bet there is.
Really? UAB over San Diego State?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. At one point during the week, they said it was like 92%
Wow.
of the bets and then 80-something% of the money line.
Well, I know we're recording this on Thursday, so I'm going to just put this out there right now. I really need Drake to pull this win out against Washington State.
We are in a battle.
Yeah, we're in a battle right now. I've got Drake beating Iowa State, then to beat Illinois. I got them to get to the Elite Eight.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. You need one. You need one every year.
I do. That was my big pick.
I just want to give sincere apologies to the folks of Raleigh, North Carolina. I thought NC State was going to suck after the ACC tournament. They're giving Texas Tech a good
Let's go. That's another one I've got going far.
Yeah.
Going deep.
DJ Burns.
Like Miggie.
14 points. Yeah.
DJ Burns, that's the boy right there.
Yeah, he's got some finesse.
Yeah, he does for a big man. We talked about that last
He's
time.
got some finesse.
He definitely was the anchor
He's
in
cooking.
Tug of War.
Oh, big time. And you weren't losing if he's got on the anchor.
No way.
You ain't losing. Although he was pretty skinny back in the day, like when he was on Tennessee.
Yeah, he has put on some weight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
He's put on some weight.
maybe he wasn't the best anchor back in the day.
No, he's still big boy. I mean,
Okay,
guys, we're
he's
talking
like
about
6'8",
he's
6'9",
gained some
6'10".
weight, but look how big Garfeller is.
Yeah, he's
you know?
girthy.
Yeah. I think he's gained almost like 10 pounds a season or something crazy.
Me
It's
too.
bad.
Man.
Keep packing it on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I gotta talk about this.
Oh boy.
I saw a picture of myself playing in that faculty versus staff basketball game, and it's time to lock it in. It was the most humbling because you look at yourself every day. And you're like, it's not great, but it ain't that bad.
Yeah, if you look at yourself in the right light, in the right way, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
But then you get one picture of you
and
the
then I
wrong
got
way.
one picture, and I was like, this is not the worst I've ever been. And then I saw that picture, I was like, this is the worst I've ever been. So Big Boy Running Club is definitely coming back, and it's cool to be do something, but not this high in the twos. So we're doing a weight loss. By the time we get to the corporate challenge, your boy's going to be 215. We're at 238 right now.
You are not no 238.
238, maybe higher than that.
All right, let's. I'm going to see your challenge. And I'm going to raise you. I'm going to be under 200 by that time.
Miggie,
What you got?
because you gonna need some LBs gone if you want to get into
If you want to get her 5'6", dog.
You know, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'll probably be like 185.
I'm not even gonna be 185.
brother. That car.
I'm shooting for like I'm shooting for like 195, maybe 198.
How much would that be for you?
I think I'm at like 205 right now.
Okay, so 10.
I don't need a lot. I need to get rid of a little bit of excess fat, a little bit,
Yeah,
while still gaining muscle. So it might be hard for me to get under because I don't want to obviously
You
want to
can
try
do
to
it.
gain muscle.
you can do it.
Before I move out, I need to figure out how I can do that without running because I can't be part of the thick boy running club with the back. I can't do a lot of running.
I can show you some stuff.
All right.
You're still Y. You're still a Y guy.
I'm a what?
You're a YMCA.
Oh, I think you said a white guy. I'm like, yeah, I'm
I thought
still
you
a
said white guy too.
Sorry, no.
Like,
We have had some racial
Like-
things thrown out tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the sun a couple of weekends ago.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
got
Cut it up
performance tan,
does
but
represent all people.
We
Mhm.
represent all people.
always and forever.
Always and
We
forever.
just need to get a female on here.
Yeah.
We could. I was gonna say the top person who wins the tournament bracket. You know, we should pick a male and a female and just have them do like a little guest spot
Yeah.
on Chat It Up.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Bliss is beating me right now.
You know,
That's
can we
humbling.
talk about Bliss for a minute?
That's humbling.
Do you know why is she always good at stuff sports related?
I don't know what you're talking about because she was
Yeah,
god awful
same.
when it comes to fantasy football.
She didn't try.
Well, yeah, she probably didn't try with the March Madness things, and or Garrett probably picked her teams for her.
Well, Garrett, brother, you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Representing the home front.
Represent.
Always.
Appreciate you guys.
He rides for that woman.
He sure
Love
does,
it.
man.
That's what you got to do, man.
You do.
Always and
You do.
forever.
Love that. After 2 weeks, said I love you.
That's beautiful.
After 2 weeks.
What
That's
a terrible move.
thing, baby.
That's his move, though. It's so funny.
Hey.
Like, Bliss, if you're watching and or listening to this, like, I'm not saying you're not special because clearly you are. But you have to know that was your husband's move back in the day.
Listen,
Just I'm gonna just lay it out there and say I'm just throwing it around like it's candy.
lover boys, we got to do what we got to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? We
What?
we sell dreams, baby, and those dreams came true for GT. Not your boy. It's all right.
Sell dreams, baby.
Sell those dreams, dog.
You and me are in the same boat.
It's okay, man. We fine. We gonna get this podcast
Riding and dying. Let's go.
Yeah.
That corporate challenge is going to be great. We got it. If you have not checked out NoogaToday, check out NoogaToday and check out this article that our great friend Haley wrote about us.
Hey.
Shout out. 3 claps to
Three
Haley
claps one time, baby.
Jake Moore setting that up.
What a kind, sweet woman she is.
She really is.
Yeah. What was the bookstore again? Book and cover.
Book and cover. Shout out.
Cool place.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, cool place. Good hang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was nice to get the interview.
Yo,
Yeah,
very
we'll
nice.
have everything in there. We're really hoping. I think this is a good start for. We're gonna go a real quick podcast tangent because we're pretty stoked about all the cool things that are happening
There's a lot of cool
real
things.
fast, guys.
If you want to get involved, come on.
We've got all sorts of just
Jump
fun
in.
things happening. Life's pretty cool right now. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie to you guys.
yeah.
Wavelink's been so good to us. But anyways, what do you need tomorrow the most? Because I know for me, like I said, it was New Mexico, but what do you guys need the most tomorrow? Friday games.
I just say the people that are supposed to do their jobs to do their jobs. 1 seeds, 2 seeds. Let's really take care of business tomorrow.
Do you get pretty chalky after tomorrow, you guys?
What do you mean?
Like, I mean, like after tomorrow, is yours a lot of like 1, 2s, 3s, and 4s?
Not really. I mean,
Okay.
I got Nebraska going pretty far. I need Nebraska to go. They're like the only Power 5 team that's never won a game in the NCAA tournament. I've got them winning 2. So
The world is gonna love Keisei Tominaga tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Pat McAfee's done a great job promoting this kid. Will Compton's, like all this stuff. You want to talk about the most hype ever for a kid? He's gonna bring it tomorrow.
I hope so. We need them to beat Texas A&M, get the SEC up out of here. I'm sorry, SEC fans. Sorry, Texas A&M fans. I'm not sorry. I got them beating Texas A&M, the Aggies, and then I got them taking care of business against the fraudulent Duke Blue Devils and soft Kyle Filipowski.
Wait, they'd have to beat Houston first.
I'm sorry. I got them beating Houston And then I got them beating Duke. So I got them winning 3 games in the NCAA tournament.
Why?
Let's go. Because of that kid.
K-State
I'm excited. Yeah, what he said. I'm just excited.
I just think Wade Taylor's going to give a 30 ball tomorrow.
I don't know.
I just think it's going to happen.
Well, I'll tell you on Texas A&M.
If just from a basketball standpoint, which I could actually see that happen for Nebraska, like him just going off, having a blast, and putting poor Jack to shame tonight. That would suck for him, but have his one night.
Jack had his night.
He had his night. But man, that's a long ways for those guys. Objectively, basketball fan, Texas A&M should beat the crap out of them, but they may not. They may not. And for your sake, buddy, I hope it happens, because mine up top, I like to win my bracket challenges, but I got nothing. I got nothing going on in that whole region. I don't really care about anything. I just want to see Duke lose. That's it. That's all I care about.
You see one of my buddies pick Vermont UVM to go to win the championship?
I did. I saw that in the text today, and I was like, what? Why? I'm guessing he went.
He went to UVM, yeah.
Wow.
Little hometown pick.
Heard that place is beautiful.
It's all right. It's not incredible.
It's not as cool as people have. Okay. I've heard big things.
Oh my gosh. Can I tell you a UVM story?
Yeah.
I got a little story time when it comes to UVM.
Let's hear it.
All right.
I was checking brackets in our bracket challenge. I'm sorry.
You're good. Yeah, you're good. So I went to visit my buddy Francis one time. Shout out to our boy Francis.
Steve Francis?
No, unfortunately not. They're both very short, but
okay.
Yeah, I went to visit Francis, and we ended up going to a couple of different house parties and things like that. I went to just visit him for the weekend because Plattsburgh was like right across Lake Champlain. I took a 12-minute ferry ride across the pond, as they say, and I'm at UVM. So it was great. We spent the weekend there, didn't have baseball or whatever it was, and we got to we hit a couple of house parties like on probably a Saturday night or whatever, and we're at this one house party, and we're with, I think, the girl that he's talking to and or his girlfriend and one of her friends, who actually happened to be Clay Matthews' like cousin or something, which is pretty sick.
That is
interesting.
And in all reality, I probably should have just tried to get with her, but she wasn't like a dime, but she was cool. Like, I probably should have just tried to get with her, if we're being honest.
Compared to an NFL quarterback right now, go.
Compare her to an NFL quarterback?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you put me on the spot right now. Derek Carr?
You're not a good person, bro. You're not a good guy. Continue. I'm sorry.
Like, she makes money, but in the big moments, she's not going to get it done. Like, you need a little something better, But she was like steady, and she was there. She was available. Anyways, if you happen to ever see this, like, she was a great person. I enjoyed her company.
I really hope Clay Matthews doesn't beat us up,
Bro.
I love Clay. Clay is my boy. Like, he's amazing.
Lackluster.
Clay Matthews?
Yeah.
You must be drunk.
No,
Anyways.
No.
Anyways, so
you need some sleep.
Yeah, you for real do. You're not remembering Clay Matthews' tenure very well. Anyways, that's another argument or debate for another time. So we're at a couple of house parties, and again, we're hanging out with this girl. She's cool, but I'm like, I feel like looks wise, we could do a little bit better. So then we're at this one house party. We're outside, and this one girl makes a comment about something, and I can hear her talking to her friend about like making out with somebody. She's like, you just gotta like do it. And then she turns and looks at me and says, hey, come here. And we just start making out. And I'm like, oh, like, this is what I was looking for. And like right in front of Clay Matthews' cousin too. So I'm like, all right, that's out the window now at this point.
Ship sailed.
Aurora was her name. I will never forget it because of what ensued. So we spend the rest of the night kind of going around to different house parties and whatnot. And we're having a great time, drinking, carrying on the whole thing. And so at that point, at the end of the night, she's like, hey, like, let's go back to my dorm room. I said, okay, cool, let's do it. So it's just me and her. My cell phone is dying. It's on its last legs. There's not a lot of great service out there at UVM amongst the trees. We get back to the dorm room. We go in. She was like, hey, like, I got to like check my mail, or like my room's over this way. And your boy's a little tipsy at this point. So I'm like fully not like functioning at 100%. And she's like, hey, like my room's over this way. Like I got to check the mail room or something like that. And I look that way, and all of a sudden she just takes off. She goes through a door that you need a key card to get through, and is up the stairs and is gone. I'm standing in the lobby of this dorm room. I have no idea where I am on the UVM campus. It's probably about 2 or so o'clock in the morning at this point. Have no idea. I was just like flabbergasted. So I found a way to get to upstairs. Somebody like had come out. I go up. I'm walking around, and I'm like trying to like find her. And I hear her in her room talking to her roommate, talking about how like, yeah, I got this guy. He brought me back. And then I left him. So she just used me as like to get back to her dorm safe, and then just bolted.
That's cold.
Yeah.
I don't have words.
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard something. Like, why wouldn't she just say like, hey, like,
yeah, like I'm not really like I like you. We had a great time. Like, could you just walk me back to my dorm? Like, I can't have you stay. My roommate's there. Whatever.
Yeah.
Instead, like, we're making out the entire way back. Like, we're holding hands. We're doing the whole thing. And then, bam, gone.
Took off at a sprint, bro. Man.
That was tough. And I finally found some service with a little bit of battery I had left. Called Francis. He came and picked me up. Thank goodness.
Thank you, Francis.
Otherwise, I was going to be in some deep, you know what.
Wow.
That's my UVM story.
Dang. I don't want either one of those teams to win tomorrow.
nah, they're gonna lose. Just
Both
for
lose.
that.
Yeah, both lose.
Yeah.
Both just
For
a
sure.
battle of the nerds again.
Mm-hmm.
Who does that? That girl must have went to Duke too. She got some snark about her.
Yeah, I think Francis ended up going to Duke as well.
I don't like you, Francis. Just gonna let you know.
He lived in Raleigh. He lives in Raleigh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he went to Duke.
Yeah.
Must live on the bad side of town.
Yeah. That he does.
Sorry, Francis.
Sips drink.
I'm drinking my sleepy tum tea. How tough am I?
In a purple
Yeah.
little
But it's
travel cup.
It is the best insulated cup though. Because you don't need a lot. You know, we're just taking an 8 ounce little hitter here. CBD. Shout out to Beam. God, great stuff.
It is
If I ever
great.
got that sponsorship, I would be so happy.
It's so great.
Yeah, it's so great. Real quick, do you guys believe in James Madison over Wisconsin?
No,
Miggie?
I took Wisconsin. I took enough 12 over 5s.
I like it for tomorrow. I do.
Okay.
I know everybody seems to be on James Madison.
Yeah, it just seems again a lot
Again,
of the
I'm
money
going
is
against the
flowing.
grain.
A lot of the money is flowing towards James Madison's way
A lot.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another reason I was like, I just feel like, well, and Barstool makes that big. Let's be honest. Like, two of the biggest guys are all on. They're from James Madison and Wisconsin. So, pardon my take, boys. Sway the public in weird ways. It kind of blows my mind.
Y'all see the
Auburn,
campus?
Yale.
Auburn, Yale. You know about Ivy League ball. What
Smart
do you
guys.
think? Be honest.
I'm very hesitant to say they can win, but I do think it'll be a close game.
Yeah.
Like, they're boring. They're going to hold you to it. Auburn makes the run, but just think about their path there. They didn't have to beat Tennessee. They didn't have to beat Bama. They didn't have to beat Kentucky, which is, you win. You got to win who you play. You got to beat who you play. But they didn't have to make that tough run to the SEC tournament, through the SEC tournament, to win the championship. So I'm kind of like, appreciate what they've done, but I see they could be susceptible. They're very athletic. They're talented. Don't get me wrong. But Yale could slow you down. And if they're hitting, which we've seen before, if you just knock down some shots, they can cause Auburn trouble. That would be a fun upset. But man, that's one of those that Oh, we got that in the first round, and it would suck the second round.
Yes.
It would suck to have Auburn out that early because I do think they can lose. I think those guys out of the Ivy League, the nerds are going to formula you to death. They've been calculating you for a whole week now, and they can beat you for one game, but then I think they'd get boat raced by San Diego State.
Well, it's going to be impossible because UAB is winning that game. It's going to be impossible.
The boys of Birmingham.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there this weekend.
A lot of people
Go
have
Blazers.
Auburn far.
Far over UConn?
There's a quite a few four picks I've seen.
Fine, that's fine. Go for it. That's your demise.
Yeah, that's not my pick, but I think they would be a great matchup for UConn. That's why I like that one. I was like, that would be a fun game. Early Pearl.
Talk about fiery on the sidelines.
Talk about fiery,
Yeah.
boys.
Just energy.
Yeah.
Juice everywhere.
A lot of sweat.
A lot of sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweat.
You know, Bill Murray's kid is like his head assistant.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On UConn.
I did not know that, dog.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Well, I was wondering why he was all the games. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Big UConn guy.
All right. Anything else, boys?
I'm sweating Drake right now.
You are sure.
Sweating Drake down 3 with 14 seconds. This just feels like one of those games where no, never mind. It's 66-61. That's over. Oh, well, there's a bracket buster early.
Yeah. Tyler DeFreeze did not show up again.
Well,
Son of a sea biscuit.
at least you didn't have Kentucky in your Final Four.
You did?
Come on, man. I have the biggest crush on Rod Dillingham from like an athletic standpoint.
You do.
I think Bruck could go number 1 overall, right?
Reed Shepherd is not going number 1 overall after tonight.
Yeah, that combo is over. But like, I can't believe it truly is what we call March Madness.
I love it. I can't wait for it.
I love it, and I love y'all.
I love you guys.
I love you guys.
And we love you.
We do love you.
We love you.
One more time. We're going to self-promote the heck out of all this, but NoogaToday, read the article.
Share it around.
Dude, just click that, that little share button on the Facebooks,
Yeah.
Instagrams,
Yeah.
Twitters, all that.
All of it.
Do it, please. We love yous.
CG, can I tell you something?
One time.
If you work in Chattanooga and you're with the company and you are not signed up for Corporate Cup, you are actively not doing a service to your organization.
You are not. You have time, too, to get ready for this. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get ready for this.
There are different divisions. Like, I know some people are like, well, I don't want to go up against like a Unum or Blue Cross. Like, if you have a 40-person organization, sign up.
Do it to it.
There's tier systems, well laid out website, explains everything. You're going to be able to run the 5K. You're going to run a 40-yard dash. You're going to throw some football. Can you beat Malcolm Harris?
Ain't gonna happen.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Ain't gonna happen.
40-yard
Shouldn't
dash.
be too hard.
What Prime say? Ain't hard to find. Ain't hard to find, fellas.
Tell him, Miggie.
And there's also going to be different events if you're not athletic, like
Ooh.
Greg Larnerd. So there's going to be like trivia.
I'm terrible at trivia. Give me all the athletic ability stuff. I'll take that over trivia
I do love
any
trivia.
day.
Trivia Thursday.
Yeah.
No way. Give me bowling. I'm all in on the bowling. I'm a bowler, but I got my own bowling shoes. Let's go.
Miggie, who we raising money for, big dog?
An organization very near and dear to my heart. Big Brothers Big Sisters of Chattanooga. So they are the corporate beneficiaries. So 10% of all proceeds are going to go to Big Brothers Big Sisters. So that's super huge. So definitely this is a really big platform. Y'all come out, support. Just to again name these things that are happening: the field goal kick, bowling, mini golf, 40-yard dash, tug of war. There's the 5K, the 1 mile walk, the cycle challenge, hula hoop, dodgeball.
Wait a second. We're competing in a 1 mile walk.
Yeah.
It's like a race.
No, but it's just like an activity.
Oh,
There's cornhole,
Blaze past people in power walking.
yeah.
move
Those
and
hips are
groove,
strong.
puzzle pursuit, the
Move and
home
groove.
run derby,
Oh, okay. Well, sign me up there.
There he
Sign me
is.
up there.
the family fun zone, social media, charity, t-shirt contest. I mean, there's so much going on. Like seriously, this is probably going to be the biggest event of the year in the summer for Chattanooga.
June 8th is the field day, but 3 days full of fun. Sign up, get your businesses involved. It's a corporate outing. One big chunk of money. You get taken care of the whole weekend. And then Saturday, it's going to be food trucks, great content. If you're into that, you want to see yourself on camera. Sometimes I like seeing myself. Sometimes I don't. Here lately, I don't. But here we are.
Traffic cones
And too much weight. But we're going to lose that weight for the corporate challenge so I can show out.
Yeah,
and I'm going to beat Miggie by a whole second. So,
yeah.
So you're going to run a 3-4.
3-4-40.
That's crazy, brother.
But
We'll see.
Right now, I don't think I can run 3-4-15. But yeah, it's all right.
You know.
All right, guys.
Oh, man. Well, I will say this before we go. Kansas may lose to Samford here. It's 79-76.
No way.
79-76
What
with
happened?
6 minutes to go. There's plenty of time. You'll know what happens when you listen to this on Friday or whenever you listen to this, but damn, SoCon trying to show out real quick.
I'm going to say I'm going to make a future prediction here with 5:53 remaining, according to the ESPN app. I'm going to say Kansas wins by at least 7.
Okay.
That's what we need. We'll just say that.
Okay. I mean, I hope Kansas wins. I've got them moving on to face Gonzaga and then winning against Gonzaga and then losing to Purdue.
Losing their best player sucks, but sorry, Hunter Dickinson. Gonna have to carry the load this whole tournament now.
That's right.
All right. Share this show. We'll make some cuts. We'll make some reels for you. Sign up for the events. Share the NoogaToday article. All the coolest things that we get to do with you guys, for you guys. Boys, thank you so much for doing the graveyard shift. We miss our 2 best friends. We'll be back. Everybody have a great weekend.
Find us all over social media too.
All the socials.
At Chatted Up Sports. All over the place.
Everything.
TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that.
Hey, we made a link tree. Thanks to this man. 3 claps, 1 time from Malcolm House, link tree.
It's all there for you.
Atta baby.
Big work.
Thank you.
Love you.
Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. Let's go.
Peace out. Great show.
That was terrible, Knuckles.
That was.
There we go.
Cool.
That's very solid. We were trying to avoid this.
We were. Yeah.
Little temperament
We'll say
there.
that.
All right. Go Vols. Go Heels.
Go Mox.
Bye.